Thank you very much.
Kaufman is Alive. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at all the new comic books I picked up at the comic book shop today on New Comic Book Day. Every Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. I always try and get out there and get some new issues along with some back issues if I can. I do post daily comic book reviews, so please like and subscribe if you like videos like this. I do post these new comic book review videos every week, so go back on my channel and go check those out. I usually post them every Wednesday or Thursday. So I haven't flipped through these yet. This is the first time me flipping through these, looking at them. First one I got was from Image Comics, Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger #1. It's a $3.99 book. This was one I've been looking forward to. I picked up every issue of Gunslinger, Spawn, the main ongoing Gunslinger. Although this is also a new ongoing series. This is not a mini-series. So this kind of tells the origin of Gunslinger, and it's telling, stories of Gunslinger back from his time, because he comes from the past, back in the 1800s, during the Wild West. That's where this character comes from. I do like this character's design. He's got this giant top hat that reminds me of Slash from Guns N' Roses. He's a little skinnier than, Spawn usually is, who's usually kind of a bulked up superhero. And he's got this, his cape is actually his coat. So he's got like this, gunslinger coat. So it's a really great design on this character. So interested to see, kind of the origins, some of these tales, who the characters are here. We do know from the main ongoing Gunslinger title that Gunslinger's after the people who killed his sister, so I'm going to have to assume we get that story told here, or at least coming up soon. The Gunslinger character has a connection to like wolves and dogs as well, so I'm sure we'll learn about that. And I think this could be the origin of Gunslinger too. When Javier, the host of Gunslinger, first becomes Spawn here, so like that splash page a lot. The crying face coming out of the hat there. The first original run of Gunslinger comics were all drawn by Brett Booth. I think it was like the first 30 issues or so. It was a great run he really had on that book. Todd McFarlane was doing the writing on it. This book's got Jimmy Palmiotti doing the script and plot, and we got Patrick Reynolds doing the artwork on here. So pretty awesome team. Love seeing Jimmy Palmiotti doing some Spawn comics. That's really cool. Next comic book I picked up today, another Spawn spin-off title, although this one, unlike Deadly Tales of Gunslinger, this is not in continuity, which is what we're told in every issue. It's kind of a running joke. And Spawn Kills Every Spawn, #5 of 5. This is the final issue of this miniseries. I've really enjoyed this so far. We got Rob Sketchcraft Dunas doing the artwork, John Layman on scripts. I've done reviews of every issue on my channel so far, so you can get my thoughts kind of on this book if you want to go back and watch those reviews. Just crazy artwork in here. A lot of fun, just making fun of comic books and Spawn in general. I really can't recommend this enough. Unless all you really like is like super serious comic books. Obviously something like this would not be for you, but this is just kind of a love letter to comics in general too, while still making fun of everything at the same time. So it's some pretty great stuff. I mean, going heavy on making fun of Spawn, obviously. Pointing out all the tropes and contrivances that go on within Spawn comics. Kind of making fun of some of the characters, but some really nice cartooning on all these different Spawn characters here. Violator as well. So I've already done all 4 issues of this. I'll definitely be coming out with a review of this final issue. Wonder if it actually turns out to be in continuity. I wonder if we'll find out that. Next one I picked up was the only Marvel book I picked up this week, Ultimate Spider-Man number 12. Jonathan Hickman's the writer. We got Marco Cicchetto doing the artwork here. He's on the cover as well. This is the Christmas issue, obviously. Like we got a little Kraven doll, little Kingpin doll there, falling out of the sack of toys. So I feel like Ultimate Spider-Man is the best Marvel comic going right now. It's been really good, almost consistently in every single issue. So, and I've picked up every issue. I've done reviews on my channel of all of them, so go check those out. But we got Peter, who's, you know, married to Mary Jane, and they have kids in this series. So if that's something that you've wanted for a while in Spider-Man, I recommend checking this series out. Also, we've got Uncle Ben, who's still alive in this universe while Aunt May was killed. So kind of a difference there. There's some different things going on for sure. There are a lot of issues in this book that are just lots of long conversations, you know, setting up future plot points, setting up some characters. We get a lot of that, it looks like, in this issue as well. Not a whole lot of Spider-Man. The Spider-Man does kind of come few and far between in this series, but when you get it, it's really good, and they do build to it pretty well. Looks like a lot of intrigue and concern going on here with MJ. She's trying to get Peter's attention here. She says, "Oh my God, you're not Peter." So Peter does have like a symbiote costume. His red and blue costume here is kind of a symbiote. We've learned this in previous issues, so it looks like we're finally getting some movement in that storyline. We've got Peter here looking possessed by perhaps his symbiote costume or something like that. He says, "Merry Christmas." Well, spoiler alert. We got an epilogue here. Look away if you don't want to know the spoilers. It looks like we've got Kraven, who's kidnapped Peter and Harry. So this looks like a pretty awesome issue. I always love doing videos like this because it's like, you know, when I was a kid, right when I got home, I'd go and I'd just flip through all my comics kind of as quick as I could before reading any of them. It's kind of what I'm doing here. It's always a lot of fun. So last one I picked up, the only DC book I picked up this week is Absolute Batman number 3, The Zoo, Part 3. This has been a great book too. Kind of in the same vein as Ultimate Spider-Man. We're in this pocket universe, so to speak. We got, you know, similar characters kind of put in different places. Like we got Alfred here, who's like this special agent who's got lots of abilities, lots of skills. He's been trying to keep an eye on Bruce Wayne, basically, and he's figured out that he's Batman here. Get some backstory, it looks like, from Bruce and Selena Kyle here. I'm assuming that's Selena, Catwoman. This looks like Riddler, I'm guessing. Edward Nygma. or whatever they're calling him here. So Bruce is like friends with all of the familiar villains in this universe. They're like his crew. Penguin and Riddler, Killer Croc, all these guys. They're all friends with Bruce, and they're not, you know, uh, bigwigs in the underworld yet. At least they don't seem to be. So this has been the first two issues I really liked. So I have to read this one, and I will definitely get a review of it and let you know my thoughts. And we'll see if we're 3 out of 3 on this Absolute Batman. I did a review the other day of Absolute Wonder Woman, the Noir Edition. Go check that out if you haven't yet. I've also got some reviews of Absolute Superman, so check those out if you haven't. And thanks again for watching. That's all I got for today. I'll see you guys on the next one. Go read comics.